Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Edge Market Update for the week closing September 15th, 2023. And we had new crop corn close the week at 476, down 4 cents on the day. And we have been stuck in a 25-cent trading range about the past month between a little over $5 and at this 474, 473 support. So we have our high from June, our secondary high from late July, and then we have this trend line that is a major resistance level that is starting to come down to really where we're at next week, the week of the 18th to the 25th. We will have resistance kind of starting at the mid 480s down to actually $4.80 a bushel. So this is really squeezing this support line that has held fairly well the past month or so at 474. Also to note, the short-term moving averages have also acted as pretty good resistance. So it's been interesting how price has really been squeezed in such a short trading range. I think what's going on is managed money is waiting for actual yield data when the combines start rolling, which in this area wouldn't be surprised to see combines going next week already. So we've really saw volume of trade dry up here. Managed money really doesn't want to add too much exposure in corn until they actually see some hard yield data now that the USDA report is out of the way until October. Strength indicators, long term, we've got some bullish divergence playing out, but in the short term, we are negatively divergent on strength. In regards to the actual reading, we're a little bit weaker under neutral, so that kind of coincides with what's going on in the market, just not a lot moving right now. Money flows, fairly weak as well. Long-term momentum, we did curl back up here, but we are still in negative territory under the neutral line. In regards to price action next week, I want to keep seeing this 473 level hold. If that doesn't hold, would not be surprised if we go down and test the 460 to 450 level. But if we do get back above these moving averages, there's not really a whole lot of room that has to be accomplished to break out above this steep negative trend line from the summer highs. So could easily see us break out here if actual combine data from these fields come in weak. Certainly could print a bullish story here on new crop corn. But if there's no change to the status quo and good yields are kind of circulating, could easily see us fill out this range and break below. So really entering a crucial time here as these two lines here meet, and we'll see which way corn goes after that. Moving on to new crop soybeans, we closed today at $13.40 per bushel. And we've been trading within a pretty wide range throughout the summer. As you can see, back to June, we've been between about $12.50 a bushel, and at the highest level here, at about $14.35 down to the high 14.20s is our long range resistance. Within that, we've got a declining trend line from the late July high, the secondary high in late August at 14.09. That is also acting as resistance in the shorter term. And then as support, we have a trend line moving upwards. We have support from the early August low at 12.82. Next week, that'll be about 13.10 to 13.20 as support, and resistance is about 13.90. So as of today, we closed under all these moving averages. We had the 9, the 20-day, and the 50-day all converging right here, and we were trying to break out above early in the session. We got up to 13.66, and then we did sell off and kind of had a nasty looking candle. So to me, right now it looks like we might be rolling over to the downside and may opt to test this 1310 to 1320 level next week. We have some mild support here at the 1333 level, so we can see if that holds early on. But to me right now, it looks like the market might want to test support and hopefully can bounce there. We'll just have to see what happens. In the longer term, we do have positive divergence in strength indicators, but it did look like it started to fail today. In the shorter term, we do have some negative trend in strength indicators, so it looks like that might be breaking down to the downside. We'll just have to see how price reacts early on next week. Money flows are fairly weak. They did bounce, but just have kind of stalled out this past week. Long-term momentum, not the ideal reading on this as well. We made a nice high here, came back down, stayed above the neutral line, and then we've now made a lower high and crossed lower. So would really like to see this stay above the neutral line to help preserve a positive long-term momentum of this market. So next week, again, would like to see this 1333 level hold and bounce from there. If not, it's likely we will test this upward trend line. If price does break out, obvious resistance is at that 1390 area, and we'll just have to see where price goes from there. If you have any questions on your coverages going into harvest, please give us a call. On the corn side, we are in revenue territory for claims depending on where yields come in at. So we will pay close attention to that. If you think you have any claims, please call us right away and we will get one submitted. It's more important to call and submit one even if you're not sure, because we do not want to deal with a delayed claim. If you do have one, we want to make sure you get paid and recover those losses. So thank you very much for your business and have a great weekend.